The future of content marketing. Moving forward, should you be focusing on social media, organic, paid, SEO, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram? Well, first of all, welcome to the mastermind. I'm currently doing a high-level mastermind here with high-level clients, and I wanted to share with you behind the scenes to this section where we did it right here in this little room, where I revealed to them what the focus should be and what your focus should be moving forward when it comes to the future of content marketing. When it comes to the keyword strategy for 2020, one of the things that we're doing is we are thinking about creating a primary keyword in the form of a spreadsheet, and then expanding on these primary keywords with the longer tail keywords over here, which is level 2. And this is where we will create the YouTube videos on this, and when we repurpose it into other forms, they will also maintain its SEO juice because it's what people are searching for. To first start off this process, you gotta determine what are the main keywords you wanna target. So for Emmanuel, it could be like gym owner, yoga business, getting more leads. For Brad, it would be property investing Australia, passive income Australia, right? So you gotta think about like what are the different keywords. Flipping houses.
And is there a, like, when you say you gotta think about it, is that just what you think is what your target audience is, the language they're using, or is there a specific?
There's a specific way to do it, okay? So the way you're gonna do it is you're gonna go to keywordseverywhere.com, and what you're gonna do is you're going to look for the amount of searches a month. The searches a month, initially when you do the search on keywordseverywhere.com, it will look as though it's just a Chrome plugin. It will initially look as though there's very little searches because it's basically based on exact match. So let's say if you type in property price Melbourne, and let's say the search is for 2,400 searches a month. The way to think about this is that if it's 2,400 searches a month, that's like 20,000 searches in a year. And it would be more if you're to include the longer tail keywords and the fact that you could be ranking for other keywords that's similar to that keyword. Do not underestimate the power of 800, 500 searches a month. Because when you create a piece of content around that keyword, it is literally an asset that will help you drive leads for life for that keyword if you optimize it well. Okay? For me, it could be sales funnels, make money online, Instagram, Amazon, ClickFunnels. So now I have my main keywords, and I'm hammering these keywords in a little bit more in depth every time I create them. So for example, let's say Instagram. Under Instagram, the longer form keywords would be how to get more followers. It would be how to increase your engagement rates on Instagram. How Instagram stories can help you make $100 a day. How to start a social media agency through Instagram marketing, right? Instagram. And the way to do that, every time you're thinking of your titles here this evening, is to have a mix between keyword rich and a hook. So keyword rich is for the search engines to be visible, to be discovered by the search engines. And the hook is the pattern interrupt for the real person, so that they would want to click on your video because it sounds more interesting than all of the other videos with similar titles. For example, let's say it's Instagram stories. The mix between keyword rich and hook would be how to make $100 a day through Instagram stories, then in bracket, algorithm hack review, right? That's the hook. If it's making money online or making money through property, forecast of property prices in Melbourne, right? Which is like the keyword that people could be searching for. The hook would be in bracket, what developers don't want you to know. What developers don't want you to know has got zero SEO value, right? Because that's not what people are searching for. People are searching for prices property Melbourne. So what makes a great title is then you are constantly coming up with what is keyword rich plus that hook or that pattern interrupt. Okay, I want you really starting thinking about like the hook is usually things like it makes them curious, it's controversial. And then after that, if you want to go one step further, to think about the words that go into your thumbnail. This is how you start mapping it out. And your thumbnail ideally should be less than 5 words. And the words on your thumbnail should be words that is not used in your title. Because if you're using back the same exact words in your title, you just wasted prime real estate space repeating what you just said on the title. Your thumbnail would be like what they're not telling you. Similar but different. Hammer on the same angle again. Keep it real simple, right? You don't have to have a lot of words, because when you have a lot of words, that's when people don't read it because it appears too small. Take a look at the different thumbnails in my YouTube channel in the last 2 months when we did the relaunch. Like literally we consulted and paid with the best people out there, and we have got it down to a process now. So main keywords, long form keywords based on what people are searching for, mix it with a hook. A great way is to look at what is proven to convert based on the amount of views, and start mixing it up with your angle, your stories, your analogies, and having this thumbnail in place. That is what I would like you guys to do in order to map out your content strategy for next year. Because with this is going to serve as your pillar content that can go on Facebook. This is going to be like, that's different for us moving forward, is now we are starting the video from YouTube as the pillar content rather than Facebook. Because when you do that first, if you want to take one step further, remember this, because you started with a keyword-rich title, what does that mean? It means that if you want to have content marketing on steroids, your next level over here, your transcription from your titles, what you said in the video. And remember, because it was keyword-rich, this is going to be on your website or on your blog that is based upon what you said here. So if what you said here was price forecast for property in Melbourne 2020, now when people are typing in property prices Melbourne, there's a chance of them discovering you, not just through a YouTube video, but also through a legitimate blog post or article on your website, which eventually you can run SEO campaigns and link building campaigns to this exact article that enables you now to have long-term free traffic from the search engines. Because here's one thing that people have ignored when Facebook and social media came around. You should think about this, okay? SEO was a very hot topic 10 years ago. When I started internet marketing 10 years ago, 12 years ago, 14 years ago, people loved SEO, right? It was a great way to generate traffic. I started learning SEO, thinking about on-page factors, off-page factors, link building campaign, and notice what happened. In the last 7 years, most marketers, completely lost interest in SEO UI because Facebook came about, and Facebook is like a quick fix. It's like they want that hit because they can spend money right now and get instant results. But one thing we got to understand is that, remember, traffic is supply and demand, right? People doing searches on the search engine, that is demand for a certain information. And one thing we got to recognize is that this demand over the last 10 years never changed. People are still searching on the search engines, right? If anything at all, demand has increased because there's more people searching on search engines. But at the same time, notice what has happened to supply. Supply, which is marketers providing content on web pages, has not changed, or rather supply has gone down because marketers now, rather than creating content on websites and blogs and doing links, they're focusing their attention on paid, which is Facebook, Instagram, right? Economics is all supply and demand. In other words, demand has increased, but supply has gone down. When demand increases, supply goes down, what does it mean? It means that the value of this commodity has gone up further, right? Increase in demand, decreased in supply. So that means that moving forward, the people that focus on this will win. Because now demand has increased, but there's less people focusing their time, energy, and effort on this. So this is the long game. If you're willing to play it, and that's what we're doing, is with this thing in place, to get free organic traffic that most marketers are not focusing their attention on, are these long-form keywords that people will discover you, your website, your articles on your page, because right now it's keyword rich, it's interesting, and the additional work that you'll do is basically transcribing these videos here, but adding an extra value of having the good ones edited so that it doesn't sound like a transcription, but a legitimate article with images that makes it interesting, that is a good read.
Do you embed the YouTube video in there as well? Or?
Yes, we will embed the YouTube video in here together with the transcription. So this is how and why doing this is so crucial, that will take your business in terms of organic traffic, so that you're no longer just relying on free traffic, which is what every marketer is doing, right? This is what links it back to what we talked about earlier. What are we doing? We are really building up a social asset, okay? So that eventually you can sell more products over here, okay? And that is what I would like you guys to work on this afternoon, to have clarity on this, so that I can work with you on your content strategy for 2020.